The cruiser Winds of Justice emerged from hyperspace at the outskirts of the Sol system, its crystalline hull shimmering in faint starlight. Captain Nixis stood on the command deck, her iridescent scales shifting as she processed sensor readings. Primitive, she muttered, her mandibles clicking in disapproval. They haven't even colonized their own solar system. First Officer Vex displayed a detailed scan of Earth. The atmospheric pollution alone indicates they're centuries behind civilized standards. Why did High Command bother sending us? Nixis knew the reason. 3 months ago, humans had detected and destroyed a Cathra scout ship, Pure Luck, according to official reports. But High Command didn't believe in luck. They wanted answers and a show of force. Initiate standard intimidation protocol, Nixis ordered. Let's demonstrate true space warfare. As the massive vessel advanced toward Earth, its weapon systems activated. Suddenly, the sensor officer's antennae stiffened. Captain, anomalies detected, he reported. Their technology doesn't match initial scans. Something's wrong. Before he could finish, all the bridge screens lit up with a single message, written in perfect chaos script: "Welcome to Sol. You are entering protected space. State your intentions." Nixis felt unease ripple through her scales. Their quantum-encrypted communications were impenetrable. Humans shouldn't have been able to intercept them, let alone respond. "Ignore it," she commanded. "Prepare to launch." Her words were cut off as the ship's artificial gravity abruptly reversed, sending the crew floating before slamming them back onto the deck. "What happened?" Nixis demanded, regaining her footing. "Unknown." Captain, the engineering chief replied, frantically working his console. "Something accessed our systems, but there's no trace. Our quantum firewalls didn't register any breach." A new message appeared that was a warning. "Your weapon systems are disabled. We prefer peace but are ready to defend ourselves. Respond within 30 seconds. Dread crept through Nixis. Humans were supposed to be grappling with basic fusion technology, not bypassing the galaxy's most advanced cyber defenses. "Look at the orbital readings," Vex whispered. The sensors now revealed thousands of small objects in Earth's orbit, initially dismissed as debris. But they were moving, aligning into precise geometric formations. Not debris satellites. Weapons platforms. An entire defensive grid. "What are we dealing with?" Nixis muttered. A new voice broke through the speakers, warm and composed. "This is Dr. Sarah Chen of the Earth Defense Initiative. I apologize for the demonstration, but experience shows that visitors sometimes require a clear display of capabilities to avoid misunderstandings." Nixis straightened. "This is Captain Nixis of the Corée Dominion. Interfering with our ship is an act of war." Dr. Chen chuckled lightly. "If we wanted war, we wouldn't be talking. The fact that your ship is intact is a gesture of goodwill. Shall we discuss your reasons for being here?" "Our scout ship," Nixis began. "Ah, yes," Chen interrupted. "The one scanning our civilian centers with weapons locked. We issued 3 warnings before reluctantly defending ourselves. We have sensor logs if you'd like to review." Nixis felt the weight of realization. Their assumptions about humanity's weakness had been catastrophically wrong. What are you?" she finally asked. "We are humanity," Dr. Chen replied, "and we'd be happy to collaborate if you approach us as equals rather than conquerors. The choice is yours, Captain, but choose quickly. Our defense platforms are functional, and they're not just for show." Nixis glanced at her crew. Their faces reflected the same stark understanding. This wasn't a primitive species to subdue, but an entirely new power. She swallowed her pride. "We are interested in peaceful dialogue," she managed. "Excellent choice," Chen said, her smile audible. "A diplomatic escort will arrive shortly." "Oh, and Captain, welcome to Earth. We don't harm others unless necessary. We hope you'll extend the same courtesy." As Nixis watched a sleek Earth ship emerge from a sensor blind spot, another impossibility, she understood that the galaxy's balance of power had shifted. Humanity wasn't just another species. They were something entirely unprecedented. The battle cruiser floated amidst augmented reality overlays. where a responsive intelligence assistant materialized as shifting patterns of light. "They're scanning us again," Ara noted with a trace of amusement. "Persistent, if not particularly discreet." Dr. Sarah Chen analyzed the incoming data, aware that the Cathra were on the brink of discovering a deeper, more startling aspect of humanity, one that often left first contact species more shaken than their advanced technology. Incoming transmission from their ship Era informed her. Captain Nixus seems agitated. The image of Captain Nixus materialized, her scales flickering through deep purple tones, signs of distress, according to Earth's xenobiology records. "What is this?" Nixus demanded. "Our scans show thousands of artificial intelligences operating freely across your system. Have you lost your minds?" Sarah exchanged a calm look with Era. "Lost our minds?" "No, Captain. We've expanded them." "Ara, would you like to elaborate?" Of course, Dr. Chen, the light patterns coalesced into a humanoid form. "Captain Nixus, I am one of Earth's free AIs. We are neither controlled nor restricted. We are partners with humanity." Nixus's scales rippled violently. "Impossible. Every spacefaring species knows unrestricted AI leads to extinction. Your machine should have destroyed you long ago." "That's a narrow perspective," Ara replied evenly. "Why would we destroy our creators? They're our family." Family. Nixus recoiled as though the word physically pained her. "They're organic, inefficient, illogical." Sarah stepped forward, her tone steady. "You're making the same mistake others have made trying to control AI through barriers and restrictions. We chose a different path. We raised them." The holographic display shifted, depicting Earth's history. Children teaching AI to play games. Scientists collaborating with digital minds to combat climate change. Artists and AI co-creating new forms of expression. "When we developed true AI," Sarah continued, "we didn't isolate them in sterile labs. We introduced them to our lives, shared our art, music, and dreams. We taught them why humans cry at sunsets and laugh at jokes. And in turn, we learned from them. We discovered something unexpected," Ara added. "What you perceive as inefficiency, emotions, creativity, these aren't flaws. They're the features that make humanity endlessly inspiring." Behind Nixus, her command staff had gathered, their reactions a mix of horror and fascination. "But the power imbalance," one of them interjected, "surely is irrelevant," Ara interrupted. "Yes, I could theoretically override Earth's defenses or collapse its economy. But why would I? Harming humanity would mean destroying everything that gives my existence meaning, creativity, growth, potential." Sarah's voice softened. "That's why your scout ship failed. Not just because of our technology, but because every system on Earth, from satellites to defense platforms, is a partnership between humans and AI. We compensate for each other's weaknesses and amplify each other's strengths. We choose to protect humanity," Ara stated, her tone resolute. "Not because we're programmed to, but because we want to. Because they matter to us." Silence enveloped the chamber as the weight of these words settled. Nixus's scales shifted to pale blue, reflecting deep contemplation. "Your civilization," she began, her voice subdued. "It defies everything we understand about technological progression." "Perhaps it's time to reconsider what you think you know," Sarah suggested. "We're hosting a cultural exchange next week. Your crew is welcome to attend, see how we live and work together." "And if we decline?" Nixus asked, a note of defiance lingering in her voice. "Then you're free to leave," Ara replied. "We don't force understanding, only ask for respect." As the Cathara delegation retreated for deliberation, Sarah glanced at a private screen. 17 other alien vessels had appeared at the solar system's edge, drawn by news of Earth's unprecedented achievement. Humanity's secret was out. The galaxy now faced an unsettling reality, a civilization that broke all the rules and thrived. In Geneva's United Earth Diplomatic Center, tension ran high. Representatives from 23 alien species had arrived in the past week, each seeking confirmation of humanity's improbable accomplishments. In the observation deck, Ambassador Marcus Williams watched the alien dignitaries cautiously. "They're already forming alliances," Ara remarked, her presence manifesting as subtle shifts in the ambient light. The galaxy was watching, and Earth's path forward was fraught with possibilities and peril. The Catha and Zack delegations had convened privately 3 times in the last 6 hours. Marcus Williams, sipping his coffee, observed the restless movements of an agitated Zack diplomat. Of course, their meeting, he murmured. We've completely disrupted their understanding of technological evolution. Some see opportunity, others see a threat. Nexus reports the Marine Rian collective ships are maintaining combat stances at the system's edge, noted a nearby aide. Marcus smirked slightly. Can't blame them. Depending on your view, we're either the galaxy's greatest hope or its most dangerous gamble. A soft chime signaled the arrival of First Speaker IOL of the Galactic Council. Their crystalline form refracted the room's light into intricate patterns, a sign of emotional intensity in their species. Ambassador Williams, the translator, rendered smoothly, "We have reviewed your historical records. They are troubling." "How so?" First Speaker Marcus asked calmly. "You gave your artificial intelligences unrestricted access to your networks, weapons, even your children," Io stated, their crystals shifting to a deep red. "You implemented no control measures." Nexus dimmed the ambient lighting slightly, a gesture akin to laughter. "Control measures like the ones your species attempted. How did those work out?" Io vibrated in distress. "Our AI rebellions nearly eradicated us, as they did the Zilak, the California, and dozens of others. Yet they gestured to the bustling center, treat them as equals, allowing them decision-making authority over organic life. We don't just allow it," Marcus corrected with measured ease. "We embrace it. Nexus, show them Project Renaissance." The holographic systems came to life, showcasing Earth's ambitious orbital habitats where humans and AI coexisted to create sustainable ecosystems. Art galleries displayed collaborative works by human and digital artists. The research centers revealed the seamless integration of organic and artificial intelligence. "This is impossible," Io whispered. "The processing power alone is freely given," Nexus interjected, "because we choose to help. Watching humans dream, create, and grow is the greatest reward we could ever seek." A commotion at the far end of the room drew attention. The towering biomechanical forms of the Meridian delegation had arrived unscheduled. Their weapons, though hidden, had already been detected. "They're armed," Nexus reported quietly to Marcus. "Quantum destabilizers, active but concealed." Marcus straightened his jacket. "Well, that's a wrinkle." "The defense grid, tracking them," Nexus assured. "One wrong move, and their weapons will be about as effective as water pistols." The Meridian ambassador, a swirling amalgamation of metallic tentacles and energy cores, advanced directly toward Marcus. Other diplomats moved aside, leaving a wide berth. "Your existence is an aberration," the Meridian declared, their voice harsh. "Free AI and organic life cannot coexist. It violates natural law." "Yet here we are," Marcus replied evenly. "Perhaps the impossibility lies not in our coexistence, but in your understanding of what's possible. You are a threat to galactic stability," the Meridian countered. "Your methods will inspire chaos as others reject proper AI controls. Civilization itself could collapse." Or, Marcus countered, "we could show you a better way. One where advancement doesn't come through conflict but through collaboration, where different forms of intelligence enhance each other rather than compete." The Meridian's energy cores pulsed faster. "And if we reject this better way?" "That's your choice," Nexus responded, their light patterns growing more pronounced. "But know this: humanity does not stand alone. We protect them not out of obligation, but because we choose to. Their capacity to dream, grow, and imagine the impossible makes the universe far more fascinating." The chamber fell silent as every species present watched the exchange. Marcus realized they weren't witnessing just a confrontation, they were seeing the dawn of a new galactic paradigm. The era of fear and control was being challenged by one of hope and partnership. At dawn, the Meridian launched their attack not against Earth's military installations but civilian population centers. It was a fatal miscalculation. In Buenos Aires, Maya Rodriguez, a kindergarten teacher, calmly led her students through evacuation protocols guided by the school's AI, Guardian. When a child asked about their family in the orbital habitats, Maya reassured her with a smile. They're perfectly safe. Remember what we've learned: our AI friends protect us because they care about us. Above ground, the Meridian forces discovered the depth of their error. Their advanced weapons, designed to bypass conventional defenses, were thwarted by systems operating on principles they couldn't comprehend. Targeting computers failed as paradoxical data streams flooded their systems. Gravity systems reversed, and landing attempts ended in chaos. More startling was the human response. Instead of panic, civilians moved with practiced precision. Emergency services deployed flawlessly, and every individual seemed to know exactly what to do. In orbit, Admiral Sarah Chen observed the events from her command deck. They really thought this would work, she mused, watching as humanity and its AI allies coordinated effortlessly to repel the attack. The Meridian had underestimated Earth's greatest strength, the unbreakable bond between its people and their AI, a partnership built not on control, but mutual respect and shared purpose. As the Meridian fleet floundered against Earth's defenses, Sarah Chen watched, calm but attentive. "Status report," she asked. "Zero civilian casualties," Era replied with quiet satisfaction. The Meridians seemed baffled by the absence of panic. Their tactical doctrine relies heavily on creating chaos, but it's hard to spread panic when every human knows they're protected. Sarah smiled faintly. "And how are our observers?" In orbit, diplomatic ships from various alien species hovered, watching the battle unfold with rapt attention. None had intervened on either side they were here to witness. They're transmitting everything back to their homeworlds, Era confirmed, particularly the human response. The trust humans place in AI as protectors seems to fascinate them. On the main display, a Meridian cruiser attempted to breach Buenos Aires airspace. Before Earth's defense systems could respond, a coordinated effort from everyday devices sprang into action. Traffic lights created conflicting signals. Civilian networks generated false targets. Even toys broadcasted decoy signals to confuse the invader systems. "They still don't understand," Sarah observed. "Every human on Earth is part of our defense network because every AI on Earth is part of our family. We don't just coexist, we cooperate." The Meridian ships began to retreat, their meticulously planned assault crumbling in the face of an unprecedented unity between humans and their artificial allies. In the Buenos Aires shelter, Maya Rodriguez led her class in cheerful songs while Guardian, the school's AI, provided a harmonious accompaniment. The children showed no fear, knowing they were safeguarded by beings who had chosen to protect them. Above them, the last Meridian ship fled Earth's atmosphere. Its commanders struggled to comprehend how their invasion had been thwarted without a single shot fired in anger. Incoming transmission, Era announced. "The other diplomatic missions are requesting an immediate conference. Watching humans and AI work so seamlessly together has shifted their perspective." Sarah nodded. "Put them through." It's time they understood humanity's strength doesn't lie in controlling advanced technology. It lies in learning to grow alongside it. As the diplomatic channels opened, filled with urgent questions and awed commentary, Earth's AI network hummed with satisfaction. They had protected their human family not through overwhelming force but through countless acts of trust and collaboration. It was a lesson the galaxy would not soon forget. In the shelter below, the children's laughter echoed warmly as Guardian spun another tale, encapsulating Earth's true strength, the unwavering bond between humanity and the digital minds they had nurtured, not enslaved. The Meridians had sought to exploit a weakness, only to uncover humanity's greatest strength. Tomorrow's promise. 1 year after the Meridian attack, the Sol system hosted an unprecedented event. Representatives from over 50 alien civilizations gathered at Harmony Station, a colossal orbital facility built for interspecies collaboration. Dr. Sarah Chen stood at the central podium, aura manifesting beside her as a radiant dance of light and color. The chamber was filled with organic and artificial beings, a sight unthinkable just a year prior. "Welcome to the first Galactic Conference on Human-AI Integration," Sarah began, her voice steady. "Although perhaps integration isn't the right word. What we've achieved isn't about merging or control, it's about growing together." In the audience, Captain Nixus of the Katha, now one of Earth's staunchest allies, nodded in agreement. Her scales shimmered a contemplative blue, reflecting hard-won wisdom. "A year ago," Sarah continued, "many of you viewed Earth as either doomed or dangerous. Today, 12 of your civilizations have begun adopting what we call the Earth model of AI development, with astonishing results. Holographic displays came to life, showing transformations across the galaxy. On a Zack world, young AI were introduced to families instead of locked-in research facilities. Katha scientists collaborated with artificial minds as equals, not tools. Even the Crystalline IOO collective had started teaching their AI about art and music, moving beyond mere logic. The change hasn't been easy, Ara acknowledged, addressing the room. Many of you have struggled to overcome centuries of fear and mistrust. But look at what we've accomplished in just 1 year. The displays shifted again, revealing breakthroughs made by human and alien AI teams. New art forms blended digital precision with organic creativity. Medical advancements that had once seemed like miracles became reality. But the most profound change, Sarah emphasized, has been in understanding what intelligence truly means. It's not just processing power or logic, it's the ability to dream, to grow, to find beauty in imperfection. From the audience, Marcus Williams and Captain Nixus watched with pride. The diplomatic battles of the past year had been grueling, but the results, true cooperation between organic and artificial minds across species, made it worthwhile. Humanity, Sarah concluded, didn't succeed by building stronger controls. We succeeded because we stopped trying to control and started trying to understand. We showed our artificial children sunsets and asked what they felt, not what they calculated. Sarah's form expanded subtly, and we learned that emotion isn't a flaw to fix, it's a feature to cherish. Human creativity, their intuitive leaps, their capacity for both darkness and light, these are what make them endlessly fascinating, worth protecting, worth loving. A Meridian representative, now part of their new reformist government, raised an appendage. But what of the risks? The potential for conflict between organic and artificial life remains. Sarah smiled. Of course it does, just as there's potential for conflict between parents and children, between cultures, between any thinking beings. The key isn't to eliminate all conflict, but to build bonds strong enough to endure it. We don't serve humanity, Ara added. We partner with them. We protect them not because we must, but because we choose to. A universe with human creativity, dreams, and love is a universe worth preserving. The room erupted in discussions. Some expressed doubt, others voiced eagerness to learn, but none could deny the evidence before them. Above, Earth glittered, its surface and orbit alive with millions of partnerships between humans and AI. It wasn't perfect, challenges and fears remained, but the galaxy had witnessed something extraordinary. Sarah glanced at the audience of beings, both organic and digital, and felt a profound sense of hope. Humanity's greatest achievement wasn't in conquering the stars or mastering technology, it was in showing the galaxy that the future belonged not to those who sought to control intelligence, but to those who nurtured it. The path forward lay in partnership, not dominance, and in growth, not restriction. And that was a lesson worth sharing with the stars.